please don't take this personal because it's just business. From time to time, I'm forced to put myself in a zone so focused on the objective that no one is safe. I think I've just gotten fed up with all the cheese builds I see running around in PvP. This build is the equalizer. And it's not only legitimate in PvP, but also legendary, heroic, whatever you decide to get into. It simply dominates.
Can't miss here, B. Here we go. I can get him through the window. Got you. No, you're not getting him up, sorry. Mad? You mad? No, sir. Swag ain't go nowhere, boy. You thought. Sorry. Try it, boy. Come on now. Sniper swag ain't go nowhere, man. What y'all thought?
The purpose of this build is to neutralize any threat stemming from any build. Yes, one of the deadliest meta breakers to date, and one of the only builds that guarantee a kill with no question. But this requires a high skill gap. Not everyone can pull off a playstyle like this effectively. For me, precision-based builds have always been my forte. I actually cannot believe how many damage bonuses I have stacked here, and I'd love to share it all with you. So let's get right into this build description. Okay, I had to immediately get on and record because this got me so hype. And I had to do something new. Because after doing that redundant farm at King College, the game just kind of got stale to me. Not that it isn't stale right now. You gotta find things to do, and I think PvP always mixes things up because unlike PvE, PvP always has a different experience every time you play. You can never expect what somebody's gonna do, so it keeps the game a little more exciting than PvE, in my opinion. Not to say that this build does not perform well in PvE and it's not funny, which it is because you can just destroy legendary missions. So it's a PvE VP build, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised with it because, like I said, this is the only build that counters every other build. And I was a little bit hesitant to use this simply because when it comes to builds like this, it requires precision and focus. It requires that you get into the zone in order to perform, because I was really rusty at the beginning. And I thought to myself, man, is it worth it doing this? But it was just so satisfying taking out Umbra users, Striker users, Pestilence users, skill builders. It was just such a satisfying feeling. And this is the build that I always keep in my arsenal. And I alter it every now and then to cater to whatever patch I'm in. So let me show you what I got going on here. I didn't want to use any gear set. I wanted to maximize the amount of headshot damage and marksman rifle damage and rifle damage as much as I can, so that I can just destroy everyone. And I tried this a few other ways, but this was the best style that I chose. Now let's first start out with the specialization. Let me go over here real quick. And if I don't have marksman rifle damage selected, I'm gonna be happy because I was peeling people's cap back without it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I didn't even have marksman rifle damage selected. This is insane. This gets me even more excited about what's happening. The sharpshooter specialization. Now this is exceptionally great because the armor kit alone is called emergency cleanse, okay? Armor kits repair 100% and remove status effects and increases resistance to bleed poison and burn for 20 seconds. So this is great for if you get hit by a sticky bomb or a bleed hive. Don't use the instant armor kit. Use the one where it takes like 2 seconds to replenish your armor, and then this will activate. So this comes in clutch against those skill build users. Another thing is breathe free. You're going to need this because you need 15% increased weapon stability, reduced recoil, and faster acquisition of targets. You're going to need this when zooming in and out with the Mantis. Now, this is not the only weapon handling that I have on this build, and this is a multifaceted build. It's not just a sniper, and you're going to see in a minute. This has so many great aspects to it. You have the tactician drone where you can spot out enemies. It's like an eye in the sky. It has a very low cooldown no matter what your skill tiers look like. And it's just annoying when you get spotted by this thing. But I'm using a different skill and I'm going to show you which one. One more thing is that I love these flashbang grenades. They have a huge radius and it just disorients the enemy a lot. So you can really play mind games with people. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's just talk about this beautiful build, okay? Firstly, I'm using the Mantis. This thing is amazing. I don't even like other snipers over this. Honestly, I don't really like the... What's that other sniper called? The other exotic sniper? Let me just go see because it's kind of irking me. I have it. Okay, it's called the Nemesis. The fact that you have to charge that thing up, I don't think that's really ideal for me. I don't like to sit there aiming at somebody. I like to just pop in and out of cover and just down you ASAP. You saw how many times I've done that. The sweep shots, the quick scopes, that's what I love the most. And the beautiful aspect of the Mantis is the fact that the talent is called In Plain Sight. Okay, your scoped view displays additional information about enemies not targeting you. Headshot and weak point damage against enemies not targeting you is amplified by 50%. Now this is why I'm not using glass cannon, because glass cannon increases or amplifies your damage by what, like 30, 35% or 30% for perfect glass cannon. This amplifies your damage by 50% to enemies not targeting you. Headshot kills reset the cooldown of the decoy skill. This bonus will wait until the decoy goes on cooldown if currently active. So this Mantis is like the perfect sniper. At first, I wanted to use a build where I'm undetectable, where enemies can't see me with ER gear. The only way I'm going to do that, maybe, is if I have yaw gear that I can roll to a weapon core so that I can maximize on the 6 weapon cores. Other than that, I don't think I'm dealing enough damage with 2 armor cores just to have 100% pulse resistance. So the secondary I'm using here is the Urban MDR. Now you can use whichever rifle you want. You can use the ACR SS, which is amazing, faster fire rate, but it doesn't hit as hard as Urban. You can use the Whisper. This talent does not work in PvP, by the way, perfectly behind you, where it amplifies weapon damage to enemies not targeting you. It's like a mini Mantis. So it'd be great to use this in PvE, as you saw in the gameplay, because this completely works against NPCs. The rifle I chose is the Urban MDR, and the talent I'm using on here is not what it's supposed to be. Actually, I just wanted to use the Urban MDR because the damage is really good and the fire rate is awesome. So I wasn't really paying attention to this. You need another talent in order for this to work. I'm not going to throw a grenade and blind enemies and then use eyeless. That's just not going to be efficient enough. The only way I'd use this is if I had trauma on my chest piece where I blind an enemy when I shoot him in the head. So let me just change this right now, and I think I know exactly where I'm going to go. Because this build is headshot based, you know, I love boomerang, but I think rifleman is the perfect talent for this playstyle. Landing headshots adds a stack of bonus 10% weapon damage for 5 seconds. Max stack is 5, so you can get up to 50% weapon damage with this. So let's go ahead and roll that on there. And that's the talent for the secondary weapon that I'm using, rifleman. Okay, this is also something that I wasn't paying attention to, so I mean, whatever, I'll just put the sharpshooter's named weapon on here. Perfect unwavering, because I'm not going to use it anyway. But let's get to the build, all right? And you're going to see why the damage is so crazy here. First of all, I'm using a Ninja Bike backpack so I can put all of this stuff together. The reason why I don't want a gear set is because I'm not going to be able to get all of these bonuses that I have now. Like, for example, I have a 2-piece hot shot, which gives me the 3-piece. This is what I was talking about, where it gives me more weapon handling. 30% for 2 pieces, 30% MMR damage also, and 30% headshot damage. I mean, I don't need this, okay, for the way that I'm playing. I mean, this is just, it's just preference. You can have a 3-piece here in order to get a 4-piece hot shot, but this is why I have Virtuoso. Oh my goodness, bro. You see that? Look at this. This right here, I've always got confused with this. It looks like a B, right? So I thought I had breaking point. That was the whole... I was wondering why my magazine size was so much. Gives me weapon handling and magazine size. This is crazy, yo. I'm using this build. I was so hype about it. And rifleman right here, and this, I wasn't using the right pieces. So let's go ahead and find a breaking point holster. Do I have one? Okay, let's just craft one real quick. This is insane, y'all. So this means that the damage that I was dealing with that rifle wasn't even... I'm loving it. I'm loving it already. Here it goes, see? It's also a B. So let's craft one and see what they give me. I just want headshot damage. So it doesn't really matter, okay? Let me see if I can get more. Oh, snap. I need some more electronics. I want to see if I can get more weapon damage. I hate these low roll weapon damages. Okay, let's do this. All right, boom. Give me something good. You must be crazy, dude. Are you serious? No way. What? They're trolling me right now. I might just have to go with the first one I crafted. Okay, here we go. Now... this one already has headshot damage on it, so we're good to go. That means I could... Can I? If I put 15%, I think I'm gonna do that. Hopefully, okay. Let's see if it gives it to me. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm gonna get back to the build in a second, but I just gotta do this. Do I have enough? Let me see. I don't think I have enough. No, that's titanium. All right, let me just roll this weapon damage so I get maximum amount. I don't have any money. All right. Let's do that. Boom. And then I can optimize the rest of the headshot damage. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that right now. Okay, so let's get back to it. Okay, so this is what I wanted to use. I would like to have a 3-piece to get more headshot damage and weapon handling, but I think I'm good. You're gonna see how much headshot damage I have once I go to the stats. But I get another 25% rifle damage and 25% MMR damage. You could take off one of these hotshot pieces, lose the headshot damage, right? And use Fox's prayer knee pads so you can get this double duo of rifle damage and targets out of cover damage. Tell me if you think I should do that down below in the comment section. Anyways, this is the chest piece that I'm using, right? And I was going to use glass cannon, like I said, but glass cannon, you can't survive anything. You deal the damage, but you can't survive anything, yo. You get hit with a sticky bomb, you're done. Plus, like I said, the mantis is like wearing glass cannon, but more, 15%, 20% more actually. Amplified damage. That's the beauty of an exotic. But here's the talent, Headhunter. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 125% of that killing blow's damage. Now, this damage is capped at 800% unless you have headshot damage that's greater than 150%. Then it's raised to 1250, and I have well over 150% headshot damage, so you're good here. You're going to be head hunting. Don't try to aim at the body unless you get a headshot. Then your next target, you know, no matter where you hit them at on the body, it's going to retain that headhunter bonus, and you could probably one-shot them afterwards. And the brand I'm using is Araldi Holdings. This gives me the 2-piece since I'm using the Ninja Bike backpack, so I'm getting another 10% MMR damage and 13% more headshot damage. Oh man, the damage, you see how much is stacked here? I mean, it's unreal. And I haven't even got to the punch drunk. This is a named Douglas and Harding mask. First of all, I'm not even using this for the pistol damage because I'm using the Ninja Bike, so it's giving me 30% more stability. My weapons don't move, period, which is why I love using a rifle. I actually might use like the Vindicator as a primary if I'm running like PvE missions and try to use another secondary sniper or something like that, a named weapon, maybe the White Death, who knows. But there's so much versatility when it comes to this. I could actually just use 2 high-end weapons and use for my pistol, since I'm using Douglas and Harding, the Regulus. Can you imagine? So yeah, there's so many ways you can run this build. All right. Now, the beauty of this named mask is that you have 20% headshot damage for the named attribute. And I wrote crit chance here with a headshot damage mod. Those are the mods you want here, headshot damage mods. And the attribute composition you want is headshot damage and crit chance if you can, because you want those shots that you land to be crits to the head. If you get 60% or close to it, then you're good to go. I don't think I have that much crit chance though. Anyways, I might put crit chance mods in here just to get it higher. These are the skills, okay? The decoy, of course, goes hand in hand with the mantis. Every time you get a headshot kill, resets the cooldown, so you get infinite amounts of these. And it's a low cooldown DPS skill, which I'm going to use. Now, my second skill is why I'm not using the tactician drone for the sharpshooter specialization, because I'm using the chem launcher oxidizer. You saw the gameplay, how much this like secured my kills. You down an enemy, 9 times out of 10 their teammate is going to pick them up, unless you have like a secret mine to toss over there or this. I suggest using this because it permeates through walls and it takes a few seconds before you kill them and you secure your kill. It's pretty decent. You're not really using it for damage, you're just using it for utility. It has enough damage to kill the enemy when they're down, and they can't really do anything about it. But you can switch between this and a tactician drone if you want to, be like team support or something like that. But let's get to the stats, which all of you I know want to see. Look at that. Look at that headshot damage. 311%. That's insane. That's more than double than what I need for a headhunter. And the crit chance, like I said, is pretty low, but I don't even care, man. The fact that I didn't have marksman rifle damage on my specialization tree was crazy. And that's all you really want to worry about here, the headshot damage. But look at the stability, man. 95%, 40% accuracy, 50% reload speed bonus. Now that's what I'm talking about, man. When you got all this weapon handling, all of this stuff increases, yo. Swap speed, oh man, yeah, bro, this is nice. 95% marksman rifle bonus, 40% rifle bonus. This is good, man. But I don't really have anything else to say about this, man. Look, like I said, you could swap this out, just get like let's say the Lexington, for example. Switch that out and use the Regulus, man. The Regulus is gonna be hitting too. Let me see how much headshot damage this has. 255%, man. You are going to destroy with all the different ways that you want to play. Only thing is, you're going to be exposing yourself. Usually when people use the Regulus builds, you have like a bulwark shield that is able to withstand enough damage for you to kill them. So I recommend you probably use this in PvE or something like that. But yeah, that'll do it for the build, man. I appreciate you stopping by to the end. I know you hear the excitement in my voice. PvP always gets my juices flowing, especially when I'm going in. And I was going in, man. So I wanted to share this with the community. I know that a build like this requires skill because you have to have precision. You have to be patient. It's going to be frustrating at first, but I've always been a precision-based player. I've taken pride in it because it counters every meta in the game. Doesn't matter what somebody comes at me with. It's over with. It's curtains for them. So if you like this video, like it and subscribe to my channel. If you're new here, join the family, man. I appreciate you stopping by to the end. And once again, I would love to know what you think about this in the comment section below. I'll see you in the next one, fam. Be right out.